Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Retro Cup, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Castform. Castform in its normal form will be serving as the safe swap on this classic ABB style team. Castform has a lot of solid play in this Retro Cup meta because it is a normal type that can run Hex, which means that it is a nightmare for all of the ghost types running rampant. And if you're going to run Castform on the safe swap, I do perform the normal Weather Ball because you're most likely to draw out a fighter, so you want to have neutral play against the fighters. So the Dunsparce doesn't have to see the fighters. Dunsparce completes this ABB backline as the closer in the back, guys, and it is running Bite, which is why you want Castform on the safe swap to draw out those fighters, because when you're running a normal type, it's already got some problems with the fighters, but when you're running Bite as the fast move, you make that even worse, guys. So speaking of fighters, we've got Defense Form Deoxys on the lead to handle all of the fighters in this meta so that our two normal types can have a better time in the Retro Cup. Defense Form Deoxys, one of the better lead options you can run in this meta, just because it has so much broad coverage, can hit a lot of things for neutral damage, and it can definitely take care of the fighters, as mentioned before, which you absolutely want to draw out with Castform. But without further ado, before we hop into the featured set of the video, we are diving into some bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. Here we go. Picking up a solid lead in Shadow Machamp. They make an aggressive play in the Jellicent, and it is Dunsparce time, guys. This is why we've got a Bite user in the form of Dunsparce on this team, guys. Dunsparce absolutely shuts down the strong ghost types in this meta, guys. You just chomp away with those bites, and you can actually farm down basically every ghost type in this meta. Dunsparce, if you're unfamiliar with it, it is a bit of an expensive build, guys, but if you've got the resources, I would definitely recommend giving it a try in the Retro Cup, because as you can see here, guys, it is putting in the work on this poor Jellicent, and we're not going to throw a move here because that would be a waste of energy, as Bite does not generate energy particularly fast. So we're fine with all these debuffs. We're expecting that Shadow Machamp to come back in, but we've got two charge moves locked and loaded. Gonna go for the drill run here. You always want to go for the drill run in neutral situations. We go for drill run number one. And we're going to go for drill run number 2. Of course, they would be doing more damage if we haven't been so severely debuffed. But my goodness, guys, Dunsparce put in the work. We've got this Machamp down to about 25% of its health. That's the power of Dunsparce in this meta. It is quite fascinating to see, guys. So we do tank that Rock Slide, no problem, and we go for the full farm down as we say bye-bye to Shadow Machamp. And they've got a Frostlass in the back. Holy smokes, guys. This is why you want to run Rock Slide, to really threaten those Frostlass. And they tank that, and they said, you know what? I'm out of here. This is too much for me. I'm out of here, as they top left. That's going to be a good game. Well played. And guys, I always love running double normal backlines, and I gotta say, this was one of the funnest, or most fun backlines, double normal backlines that I've run in a while. And here we go, had a Greedent on the lead. They make an aggressive play into a Shadow Dragonite. This is very squishy, so we're just gonna grab a shield, because they absolutely have to shield the very squishy Shadow Dragonite as we make a play into Dunsparce, guys. This intense fast move pressure is going to be more than enough to take out this Dragonite. We're just going to let one of these Dragon Claws go through, and we will shield up the second one and really load up on energy as we look to bite down this Shadow Dragonite here. We want to leave this matchup with a move to chunk some health on the Greedent that will most likely come back in. Of course, provided they don't have a fighter, and they do come back in with the Greedent. So we're going to go for the Drill Run. Again, you want to be going Drill Run in neutral situations. It does more base damage and has the same energy cost. And as you can see, guys, Dunsparce is quite bulky. It is quite bulky, guys. So the Greedent cannot quite farm down without risking any more of its health. That's why they threw there, guys. So we do come back in with Defense Form Deoxys. This is most likely going to be a crunch. We definitely tank a crunch, no problem. And they don't get the defense drop. That is amazing as they make an aggressive play into a Cofagrigus. So we're going to chip and dip with a Psycho Boost. It can definitely tank that, but we just wanted to chip it down a little bit, and it is Castform time, guys. This is why I prefer the double Weather Ball moveset, just because you have very strong neutral play across the entire meta, as there are no steel types and very few ground types in the meta to resist both the Weather Balls, excuse me. And we tank that. We're going to look to farm down, and they realized it was just about over. So they do concede the match. That's going to be a good game. Well played. This has to be the most unique double normal team that I've seen or played in a very long time. Here we go, another Shadow Machamp on the lead. They make an aggressive play in the Talonflame. So we're just going to put the pressure on this Talonflame. Should have baited because we definitely intend on swapping out of this, because they were, you know, most likely going to shield, and they did shield, so that's okay. Not a big deal. We do come in with Castform, and we're going to call this, and it's just the Flame Charge. That is amazing, guys. And we do get to the Weather Ball Rock. This, of course, does double super effective damage to Talonflame, and oh, it nearly one-shots. Holy smokes. Oh, man, because they let that through, we can safely shield once and farm down on the Talonflame, and we will have a move loaded for the Shadow Machamp that is absolutely, definitely going to come back in on our Castform. And again, this is why I prefer normal Weather Ball, guys, for the spam ability, and it has stab. So this is going to hit pretty hard on a Shadow Machamp. Holy smokes. And we will not get to another move. That is quite all right, guys. We can come back in with our Deoxys, and they've got a Greedent in the back. So this is okay. This is going to be, we want to sort of double team this Greedent here a little bit. We still want to preserve our Deoxys, of course. But we want to chip this thing down a little bit because, like I said, Bite on Dunsparce does not generate energy very fast. Excuse me, can't talk today. And we do catch the Crunch onto our Dunsparce and going to look to bite this thing all the way down. Like I said, guys, Dunsparce is quite tanky, so we can tank all of this damage from the Greedent, and we want to leave this matchup with a move if we can. We know that their switch timer is just about coming back up. We definitely tank another Body Slam, but if they come back in, yeah, we're not going to make it to another move, and that is okay, guys. What we can do here is we know that they're at a potential Rock Slide, so we shield this up. I'm thinking a Rock Slide from Shadow Machamp does more damage than a potential Crunch from Greedent, and we can farm all the way down. And it doesn't matter if they have a shield because Dunsparce put in the work on the Greedent, allowing us to counter it down. Holy smokes. This team is so much fun, and it is quite effective in this meta, guys. That's going to be a good game. Well played. And to kick it off right with some fun bonus battles as we move into the feature set of the video, we are met with a Frostlass. Terrible lead. Going to go into our safe swap, Castform. And here we go. This is why Castform is on this team, and this is why we run normal Weather Ball on the safe swap, guys, to do some nice neutral damage with stab to the fighters that they will most likely bring in on you. This team is working to perfection here. I'm going to tank this because we know that we tank this, and we are at another Weather Ball, normal Weather Ball, guys. This Castform with the double Weather Balls is so spammy, and we flip switch advantage, guys. That is amazing. That could not have worked out better. So it is Dunsparce time. Holy smokes, guys. There is nothing more satisfying than biting down and chomping down on these strong, overpowered ghost types in this meta. And we definitely tank an Avalanche pretty well because Dunsparce is quite bulky as they make a play into Greedent. Speaking of bulk, Greedent is quite bulky as well. So we're going to have to play this carefully. We can't debuff ourselves with a Psycho Boost, so we just have to get in as much of this super effective counter damage as possible. We will expend one shield because we only need one shield for Dunsparce to close out the game against Frostlass, potentially. So we're just going to keep countering away, whittling away at the tanky little squirrel here. Going to go for another Rock Slide here, and we grab the second shield. That is amazing. So, we know that we tank a crunch from this range, and like I said, there's a good chance that Dunsparce will find its way back to the Frostlass, and here we go, right on cue. We tank 1 Avalanche, we cannot tank 2. I don't think anything can tank 2 Avalanches from Frostlass outside of maybe Walrein. So yeah, we do shield that, and guys, this Frostlass is not making it to another move as we bite it down, and we've got loaded energy to take out the Greedent. Holy smokes. Dunsparce coming in clutch, biting down the Frostlass and saying bye-bye to the Greedent with a drill run. Holy smokes. Would you ever have thought Dunsparce would be so OP? That's going to be a good game. Well played. Oh, I had a blast with this team, guys. It is so satisfying dominating those ghost types that are everywhere in this meta. And here we go, picking up a pretty neutral lead in Crustle. First Crustle I've seen in this meta so far. So we go in the Castform because we can hit Crustle for super effective damage with our Weather Ball Rock. And oh, it does a lot to the Crustle, holy smokes. And they do aggressively swap, banking some energy into a Whiscash, and gonna just go for these normal weather balls. This is a situation where energy ball would be nice, but you know, you don't run into too many mud boys in this meta. This is literally the only mud boy I've seen, and it is okay, guys. Gonna go for another normal weather ball and slowly but surely whittle away at the Whiscash. It is quite tanky. Many of you may already know that from the Fossil Cup. And this Mud Bomb will definitely KO. So we're going to come back in with our Defense Form Deoxys and look to go for the aggressive farm down. Now, I don't think that we will not be able to farm down before they can get to the Blizzard, but that is okay because Defense Form Deoxys tanks the Blizzard, no problem. And we are going to farm all the way down, expecting that Crustle to come back in, but they come in with a Trevenant. So we're going to go for the Rock Slide. We don't quite want to debuff ourselves just yet. And we are close enough to where we can get to a Psycho Boost before making a play into Dunsparce here. So going to go for the Psycho Boost. They did tank that Rock Slide. They're going to have a hard time tanking a Psycho Boost, so they do shield. And it's Dunsparce time, guys. I'm thinking Dunsparce up 2 shields can do some amazing things in this meta. Going to shield up the first Seed Bomb, as they will definitely make it to another one before we can bite it all the way down. We definitely tank a Seed Bomb, no problem from the Trevenant. And that says a lot because Trevenant's one of the hardest hitting Pokemon in this meta. And they do come back in with the Crustle, and I was thinking they were one off from an X-Scissor, and I was right, guys. They're running Rock Blast. So they're not getting to another move, guys. Nothing gets to 2 moves with Dunsparce as we bite down the Trevenant. Holy smokes, Dunsparce! Closing the game strong yet again. You love to see it. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I gotta say, I was impressed with this backline, guys. They provide an amazing 1-2 punch for all of the Ghost and Psychics in this meta. And here we go, Jellicent on the lead. So, Jellicent's pretty bulky. All Ghost types, I like to chip and dip. And sometimes I'll try to get a little fancy and catch the Shadow Ball damage onto Castform. I think we do try that here, but no, they just keep farming. That's okay. That's okay. Gonna eat a Bubble Beam for our troubles. I'm sure they're gonna swap out of this immediately, and they do into a Greedent. So gonna go for these normal weather balls and slowly but surely whittle away at the tanky squirrel here. They are double resisting our fast move pressure, but that is okay, guys. I think right here what we're gonna do is try and do as much of this chip damage as we can with these weather balls, and once we see that our switch timer is up, we're going to go back into Defense Form Deoxys to draw back out that Jellicent, because if we can draw that back out, they of course will look to take us out. But that's a trap, guys. So we're going to set up a trap for them. We're going to look to catch this onto our DD, and we're fully expecting them to try and combo play us with their Jellicent because we know that they are at a move. And look, right on cue, they did. Oh, they fell into our trap. You love to see it, guys. We're fine with this. They can take us out. That's okay. Little did they know, we had a Dunsparce lurking in the back, guys. They fell into the trap. Holy smokes. We're biting this thing all the way down and loading up on energy. And we preserved our Castform so that we can clear these Bubble Beam debuffs. Because that's all Jellicent can do to the normal types is go for that Bubble Beam spam. Not a big deal, guys. They're just giving us more farm. Not a problem at all. So we're going to bite down the Jellicent completely, and we have loaded energy. So they're going to come back in with the Greedent. Going to throw a Drill Run just to put the pressure on the Greedent. The Greedent is getting pretty low. And if they shield, we're going to look to combo play with our Weather Ball because we did have some energy stored on our Castform here. And we're going to see what they want to do. They let it go. That is amazing because this is now within bite down range. And they've got a Frostlass in the back. This is amazing, guys. This is the beauty of Dunsparce because people love two-shielding their Frostlass. And you know what, guys? You can't shield the bites. You can't shield the bites, Frostlass. This is why we're running Dunsparce. It is amazing. We are going to shield up these avalanches because we can definitely tank one from full health, but we did incur some damage, so we weren't quite at full health as we bite it down. And we're going to bite down the Greedent as well. Nothing that this Greedent can throw will one-shot Dunsparce from this health range, and we're biting down the Greedent. Yet again, guys, Dunsparce closing another game strong. Holy smokes, Dunsparce is the secret weapon for the Retro Cup. If you're seeing all those ghost types, Dunsparce is the answer. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Two shield Dunsparce OP, guys. I'm telling you, this thing is insane. Here we go. Shadow Alolan Marowak. So we're going to treat this the way we treat all other ghost types in this meta. We're going to look to chip and dip. Gonna go for the Psycho Boost. We did stop just shy of a potential Rock Slide, but that's okay. We want them to tank this damage, and we're making a play in the Castform here. We can, of course, hit this Alolan Marowak for super effective damage with our Weather Ball Rock here. Gonna tank this just the Bone Club, as Shadow Bone, of course, is double resisted with our normal typing. And speaking of normal typing, they bring in another Greedent. Holy smokes, everybody's running Greedent? What is going on here, guys? I think we've seen a Greedent in literally every battle that we've done thus far. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong on that, but it certainly seems like it. Gonna go for another normal Weather Ball here. And this is quite the tedious matchup, as Greedent is about as bulky as a Pokemon gets. Gonna go for another Weather Ball. We do win CMP tie, and I do believe that they are at a Body Slam of their own here. And we get the Greedent within the red. Holy smokes. Castform putting in the work, guys. You'd love to see it. So now we can easily come back in with our DD and look to farm down. We definitely tank a crunch. No problem. Greedent does not hit particularly hard, and these crunches do not have stabs. So that is okay. We tank that all day. No problem. Gonna farm all the way down. And we do have some energy to threaten this Alolan Marowak. This time we're going to go for the Rock Slide. They might think that we're trying to chip and dip again, and they shield. That's okay. It's Dunsparce time, guys. Two shield Dunsparce is apparently unstoppable in this Retro Cup. I'm telling you guys, it is insane. And they've got a Castform of their own. Very nice, very interesting. We're on the same track in terms of thinking for team building. They've got double normal as well. Very similar team. And they are going for these Weather Balls. As you can see, like I said, guys, Dunsparce is about as tanky as a Pokemon gets. So we are going to start shielding here. We do want to preserve some health. And we want to bite down to this Castform. The play here is to bite it all the way down because they are still up a shield. And we want to be able to take out that Alolan Marowak. So going to shield up this next Weather Ball, and we're not going to be able to bite down, guys. Not going to be able to do it, so we catch the next Weather Ball on our Deoxys, making the plays. You love to see it, guys. Oh, that was amazing. And they do fire spin us down, but they've fallen into yet another trap because we definitely tank a Bone Club. No problem, guys. Not a problem at all. And we've got back-to-back drill runs. Oh man, Dunsparce is so much fun. Like I said, it's a pricey build, but well worth it if you've got the resources. They shield up drill run number 2, and number 1, and we get to drill run number 2 as we say bye-bye to the AWAC, and we close the game strong. Good game, well played. Oh, this team is so much fun. So satisfying, guys, I must say. And here we go, picking up a Zangoose on the lead. This is a very tricky lead, but they swap out into Cresselia, so we go into the Dunsparce here. This is a very awkward matchup because Cresselia is quite bulky, and of course we are doing super effective damage, but we're bulky too, and we tank that Moonblast, no problem. What makes it awkward is, like I said, guys, Bite doesn't generate energy at a very fast rate. Its base energy gain, or its energy gain, I must say, is you only gain 2 energy per turn, so very slow energy generation. Gonna go for the drill run here. This will do a decent amount of damage, and it's basically in bite down range here, guys. No need to shield anything. We tank whatever else they throw at us. This will likely be another Moonblast. Yeah, we tank that, no problem. And if they want to come back in with that Zangoose, it's going to be tricky for them to fully farm down without having to give up some shields. You absolutely have to shield Zangoose because it is about as squishy as a Pokemon gets, and that does get the shield there. And they're going for the aggressive farm down. That is an insane farm down, guys. But that is okay. We're going to come in with our Deoxys here. We know that we can tank one of these Night Slashes pretty comfortably. And seeing how much damage I did, we know that we can definitely tank another one. We're going to try and get in as much of this counter damage as we can. Going to shield this next one up. We could have tanked that. Probably should have. But that's okay. Going to catch the next one onto our Castform here. We know that this is not a close combat. Trying to pull out all the stops here. Cannot farm this thing down, and they get the boost. Holy smokes. Oh, Zangoose can go on a tear if you let it, guys. Gonna look to get rid of it, and they do let it go. And they've got a Medicham in the back. Oh, this is rough. This is rough because that Zangoose put in a lot of work on our Deoxys, and I don't think that our Deoxys is healthy enough to handle Medicham up a shield. And we're going to try and get off this Weather Ball, but they see it be tied. They're really good on their timing. They don't let us get the Weather Ball off, as they should. They should definitely not let us get that off. But we don't. We go down, and now we have our Deoxys. We do have loaded energy, but we have no shields, and we are not healthy enough to do anything to this Medicham, especially with us not running Thunderbolt, which even still, I don't recommend Thunderbolt for this meta. Defense Form Deoxys with Rock Slide up against Medicham is quite miserable, guys, and they get to a Psychic. It's not going to quite KO, but a couple of counters definitely will, as they do take us out. Oh, that was a rough one, but a good game, well played to them. And that is the team, my friends. Holy smokes, double normal with Normal Castform and Dunsparce is insane, guys. They get such good results in this meta. It's so refreshing being able to have some solid answers to the very strong Ghost and Psychics in this meta. There are a lot of very strong Ghost and Psychic types. I really wanted to try this team out up against an Oranguru, but go figure, we didn't see any. Dunsparce would have had a very good time had we seen an Oranguru, but we just didn't see one. But we saw plenty of Ghost types, and holy smokes, did we put the hurt on those Ghost types. That was fun, guys. So the idea with this team, classic ABB style team, if you're met with a neutral or losing lead, you're swapping in the Castform, and we run Weather Ball normal on the safe swap so that you can do some neutral damage to potential fighters. Want to draw out the fighters so that Dunsparce doesn't have to see it, and you can 2-shield Dunsparce through just about any team. But guys, I had a blast. Very fun team. I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.